One of our viewers asked this question: if I stop working at 55 years old, will my Social Security benefits be less than at full retirement age? We're going to explore this question and more, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. This is Richard with Wisdom Investor. The short answer in this question is yes or no. So we're going to go into full details and explain this question. Before I get into details on this question, I want to give you some basic information on our channel here at Wisdom Investor. If you want to see more videos, you scroll down and you click on where it says Wisdom Investor. This will take you to the home page for the channel. You can scroll down and you can see some of our previous videos and topics. Can I work and take Social Security, for example? Social Security questions. So you can click onto one of these playlists here and listen to further explanation of various questions. There's healthcare for retirement, investing, stock market strategies, how much money do I need to retire, where to live in retirement. Okay, let's go back to our question here. If I stop working at age 55, will it affect my Social Security benefits that I receive if I apply at age 62 or full retirement age of 66 or 67, or even if I wait until age 70? So let's clarify a couple of things about Social Security. First of all, what is the minimum you need to work to qualify for Social Security? Okay, the minimum here is 10 years. Anyone born in 1929 or later needs 10 years of work, which is 40 credits, to be eligible for retirement benefits with Social Security. How many credits you need for disability benefits depends on how old you are when you become disabled. The second thing we're going to look at is what is the maximum number of years they use to calculate your Social Security benefits. The maximum number of years that they use is 35 years. It says here, Social Security benefits is based on your lifetime earnings. Social Security calculates your average index monthly earnings during the 35 years in which you earned the most. Also in this question, we mentioned full retirement age of 66 or 67. Let's take a look at that real quick. What is considered full retirement age? It says here the full retirement age is 66 if you were born from 1943 to 1954. The full retirement age increases gradually if you were born from 1955 to 1960 until it reaches 67. For anyone born 1960 or later, full retirement benefits are payable at 67 years old. We're going to take a look at some examples here to see how all this applies. Let's take a look at a situation where you started work at 20 years old and you stopped at age 55. You're going to have your 35 years of indexed earnings, 35 years of lifetime earnings, and that will give you your Social Security amount. So it would not be less if you worked the full 35 years in your lifetime. Let's go to our second example here. In this case, you were a stay-at-home parent. You stayed home until, say, age 40. You started working at age 40 and you stopped working at age 55. So you've worked 15 years. So you've worked the minimum of 10 years, so you qualify for Social Security. That's good news. However, you don't have as many years to calculate the index. You remember, the 35 best years will give you your highest amount. So in this case, you've only worked 15 years. So some of those years are zeros. Therefore, in that case, your Social Security would be less than if you worked the full 35 years. Let's take a look at a third example here. Started work at 20 and you stopped at 65. That's a total of 45 years. Now you only needed 35 years to be calculated for the maximum Social Security, but you have an extra 10 years where your lower years of earning income would be eliminated, and they're going to take the 35 best years. So that's an advantage of continuing to work. Some of those years, maybe in your early days of living in your 20s, you didn't earn as much income, but in your later years, you earn more. So you're going to have a higher base when they go to calculate your Social Security benefits. Now, even if you retired at 55, you started taking Social Security at 62, can your benefits grow? So can your benefits grow? There's a cost of living increase that's given each year now. Typically, that's going to be about 1.5%. This current year is 1.3%. Some years it could be more. There's been 4 or 5 years where the cost of living increase was actually zero. Now, here's something to understand about full retirement age. If you take your benefits at 62, let's say you retired at 55, you're going to have to wait until age 62 to start taking your benefits. You're going to receive a lower amount of Social Security benefit, about 25% less. Let's say, for an example, your full retirement age was 66 and a half, and your benefit at full retirement age is $2,000. However, if you take it at 62, your benefit's going to be $1,450. If you waited until age 70, it's going to continue to grow to $2,560. So back to our question here, if you stopped working at 55 years old, will your Social Security benefits be less than at full retirement age? If you've worked the full 35 years, you're going to have the base index to calculate your earnings. Now, if you've only worked 10 years or 15 years, yes, you would receive a lower amount because you don't have as many years to calculate into your base income. Keep in mind too, there is cost of living increases which can increase your benefit. Also, we talked about if you retire at 62, you're going to receive a lower benefit than if you waited until your full retirement age of 66 or 67. If you have any questions about stopping work at 55 and Social Security benefits, leave us a comment. I want to thank you for watching. Stay tuned for further updates.